Welcome to Men's Health 365. Today we're addressing a shocking discovery that could be sabotaging your health without you even realizing it. If you're over 60 and eating blueberries because you've heard they're a superfood packed with antioxidants that protect your brain, heart, and overall health, you need to pay very close attention. Blueberries are indeed extraordinarily beneficial, but here's what almost nobody tells you. When you combine blueberries with 3 specific common foods, you can create dangerous interactions that not only cancel out the health benefits but can actually cause serious harm, particularly for older men taking medications or dealing with chronic health conditions. If you're watching this video, hit that subscribe button right now. We share evidence-based health strategies specifically for men over 60 every single week. Also, drop a comment below telling us which country you're watching from. We love seeing our global community grow. Let me share Harold's story. Harold is a 67-year-old retired accountant from Portland, Oregon. Harold prided himself on eating healthy. Every morning without fail, he ate a large bowl of Greek yogurt topped with fresh blueberries, granola, and honey. He'd read numerous articles about blueberries being brain food that could prevent Alzheimer's and support cognitive function as he aged. Harold had been following this breakfast routine religiously for over 2 years. However, Harold had also been taking warfarin, a blood-thinning medication for atrial fibrillation to prevent stroke risk. During a routine check of his INR, the measure of blood clotting time, his doctor was alarmed to find Harold's INR had become dangerously unstable, fluctuating wildly between too thin and too thick blood. This instability significantly increased both his bleeding risk and his stroke risk. Harold's doctor questioned him extensively about his diet and discovered his daily blueberry habit. The doctor explained that while blueberries themselves weren't the problem, Harold was unknowingly combining them with foods that created a dangerous interaction affecting his medication. Once Harold adjusted his breakfast routine based on his doctor's guidance, his INR stabilized within 3 weeks and remained consistent. Harold was shocked that something as innocent as his healthy breakfast could have caused such a serious problem. Today, Harold still enjoys blueberries regularly, but has learned how to consume them safely without dangerous food combinations. What did Harold's doctor teach him? 3 specific food combinations to avoid that we'll explore in complete detail in this video. Before we reveal the 3 dangerous combinations, let's understand why blueberries are so beneficial and why they're particularly important for men over 60. Blueberries are among the most antioxidant-rich foods available, packed with compounds called anthocyanins that give them their deep blue color. Research published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry found that blueberries have the highest total antioxidant capacity among commonly consumed fruits. These antioxidants provide multiple health benefits. First, they protect your brain from oxidative stress and inflammation, the primary drivers of age-related cognitive decline and dementia. Studies show that regular blueberry consumption improves memory, processing speed, and executive function in older adults. Second, blueberries support cardiovascular health by improving endothelial function, the health of blood vessel linings, reducing arterial stiffness, lowering blood pressure, and decreasing LDL cholesterol oxidation that contributes to plaque formation. Third, blueberries help regulate blood sugar by improving insulin sensitivity and slowing the absorption of glucose. Fourth, they support eye health through compounds that protect against macular degeneration and cataracts. Fifth, blueberries have anti-cancer properties, with research showing they may help prevent several cancer types. These benefits make blueberries an excellent food for men over 60. However, the wrong combinations can transform this superfood into a serious health risk. The first dangerous combination is blueberries with dairy products, particularly when you're taking certain medications. This might shock you because blueberries with yogurt or milk is an extremely common breakfast combination recommended in countless health articles. Here's the problem. Dairy products, particularly those high in calcium like milk, yogurt, and cheese, can significantly interfere with the absorption of certain medications and can also bind to compounds in blueberries, reducing their bioavailability and effectiveness. More concerning, for men taking specific antibiotics, the combination creates potentially dangerous interactions. Let's start with antibiotics. If you're taking tetracycline antibiotics including tetracycline, doxycycline, or minocycline, or fluoroquinolone antibiotics including ciprofloxacin or levofloxacin, consuming dairy products within 2 hours before or after your medication dramatically reduces antibiotic absorption. The calcium in dairy binds to the antibiotic in your digestive tract, forming complexes that your body cannot absorb. Research shows this interaction can reduce antibiotic absorption by 50 to 90%, essentially making your medication ineffective. If you're eating blueberries with yogurt at breakfast and taking your antibiotic around the same time, you're getting minimal benefit from your medication. This can lead to treatment failure, allowing infections to persist or worsen. Beyond antibiotics, dairy affects absorption of other critical medications. Thyroid medications like levothyroxine should never be taken with dairy as calcium interferes with absorption. Bisphosphonates for osteoporosis are severely affected by calcium intake. Iron supplements are poorly absorbed when combined with dairy. If you take any of these medications, separating dairy consumption from medication timing by at least 2 to 4 hours is essential. But there is an additional concern specific to blueberries with dairy. The anthocyanins in blueberries, the compounds providing most of their health benefits, can bind to milk proteins, particularly casein. Research published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry found that when anthocyanins bind to milk proteins, their antioxidant activity and bioavailability decrease significantly. You still get some benefit, but substantially less than eating blueberries alone or with non-dairy alternatives. For men over 60 taking medications, the solution is straightforward. If you take antibiotics, thyroid medication, bisphosphonates, or iron supplements, separate your blueberry and dairy consumption from your medication by at least 2 to 4 hours. Consider using non-dairy alternatives like almond milk, coconut yogurt, or oat milk with your blueberries. These don't contain the calcium levels that cause interactions and don't bind anthocyanins as strongly. If you love traditional dairy yogurt with blueberries and don't take interfering medications, you can still enjoy this combination, though using non-dairy alternatives provides better anthocyanin absorption. The second dangerous combination is blueberries with high-oxalate foods when you have kidney disease or kidney stone history. This combination affects a significant portion of men over 60. Approximately 13% of men will develop kidney stones at some point, with risk increasing dramatically after age 60. Blueberries are naturally high in compounds called oxalates. Oxalates are organic acids found in many plant foods. In most people, dietary oxalates pass through the digestive system without issues. However, in susceptible individuals, oxalates can bind with calcium in the kidneys to form calcium oxalate crystals, the most common type of kidney stone. These stones are extremely painful and can cause serious complications, including kidney damage, infections, and in severe cases, kidney failure. Here's where the dangerous combination comes in. When you eat blueberries, which are high in oxalates, together with other high oxalate foods like spinach, which contains extremely high oxalate levels, Swiss chard, beet greens, rhubarb, almonds and cashews, sweet potatoes, or soy products including tofu, you create an oxalate overload. Research published in the Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology found that people consuming more than 250 milligrams of oxalates daily have significantly higher kidney stone risk compared to those consuming less than 100 milligrams daily. 1 cup of raw spinach contains approximately 700 milligrams of oxalates. 1 cup of blueberries contains approximately 15 milligrams. When combined in a smoothie with almond milk, another high oxalate food, you can easily exceed harmful oxalate levels in a single meal. For men with chronic kidney disease, the risk is even greater. Impaired kidney function means your body cannot efficiently eliminate oxalates, causing them to accumulate in tissues including joints, eyes, heart, and blood vessels. This can cause a painful condition called oxalosis. If you have kidney disease, kidney stone history, or conditions that increase stone risk, like inflammatory bowel disease or chronic diarrhea, you need to be extremely cautious about oxalate intake. The solution isn't necessarily eliminating blueberries entirely, as they're highly nutritious. Instead, avoid combining blueberries with other high-oxalate foods in the same meal. Don't make spinach and blueberry smoothies with almond milk. Don't eat blueberries as dessert after a meal featuring sweet potato and Swiss chard. Additionally, increase your calcium intake from low oxalate sources when eating blueberries. This might seem counterintuitive, but calcium consumed with oxalate-rich foods binds to oxalates in your digestive tract before they're absorbed, reducing the amount that reaches your kidneys. Research shows that consuming calcium-rich foods with meals reduces kidney stone risk. Good low oxalate calcium sources include dairy products if tolerated, calcium-fortified non-dairy milks with low oxalate content, and bok choy or kale, which provide calcium without excessive oxalates. Stay very well hydrated, drinking at least 8 to 10 glasses of water daily. Adequate hydration dilutes urine and reduces crystal formation risk. If you have recurrent kidney stones, consider working with a dietitian to develop a personalized low oxalate eating plan that still allows you to enjoy nutritious foods like blueberries in moderation. The third dangerous combination is blueberries with blood-thinning medications and specific supplements. This is the interaction that affected Harold in our opening story and is critically important because millions of older men take anticoagulant medications. Blueberries contain vitamin K, though in relatively small amounts compared to leafy greens. They also contain salicylates, natural compounds similar to aspirin that have mild blood-thinning effects. Additionally, the anthocyanins in blueberries can affect platelet function. For most people, these effects are beneficial, supporting cardiovascular health. However, for men taking blood-thinning medications like warfarin, the combination becomes dangerous. Warfarin works by inhibiting vitamin K-dependent clotting factors in your blood. Your warfarin dose is carefully calibrated based on your typical vitamin K intake. If you suddenly increase vitamin K consumption by eating large amounts of blueberries or other vitamin K foods, you can reduce warfarin's effectiveness, increasing stroke risk. Conversely, if you've been eating blueberries regularly and suddenly stop, your warfarin becomes more potent, increasing bleeding risk. This is why Harold's INR was so unstable. His vitamin K intake varied depending on whether he'd been able to buy fresh blueberries that week. The solution for men on warfarin isn't avoiding blueberries entirely. Instead, consistency is key. Eat approximately the same amount of blueberries and other vitamin K foods every day or every week. This allows your doctor to calibrate your warfarin dose appropriately. More concerning is combining blueberries with other blood-thinning substances. Many men over 60 take aspirin for cardiovascular protection. Blueberries contain natural salicylates that add to aspirin's effects. Additionally, many older men take supplements including fish oil or omega-3 supplements with blood-thinning properties, vitamin E in high doses, which affects clotting, ginkgo biloba, which has blood-thinning effects, garlic supplements, which reduce platelet stickiness, and turmeric or curcumin, which have anticoagulant properties. When you combine daily blueberry consumption with warfarin or aspirin, plus multiple supplements with blood-thinning effects, you create cumulative risk of dangerous bleeding. Research published in the American Journal of Medicine documented cases of serious bleeding complications in patients taking warfarin who also consumed multiple supplements with anticoagulant effects. Bleeding can manifest as frequent nosebleeds, easy bruising, blood in urine or stool, prolonged bleeding from minor cuts, or in severe cases, internal bleeding in the brain, digestive tract, or joints. For men over 60 taking blood-thinning medications, the solution involves careful coordination. First, maintain consistent blueberry intake if you eat them regularly. don't vary dramatically week to week. Second, before starting any new supplement, discuss it with your doctor and pharmacist. They can assess interaction risks and adjust your medication if needed. Third, be aware of cumulative effects. If you take aspirin daily, eat blueberries regularly, and also take fish oil and turmeric supplements, you're combining multiple blood-thinning effects. Fourth, monitor for bleeding symptoms. If you notice increased bruising, bleeding gums, dark stools, or any unusual bleeding, contact your doctor immediately. Fifth, get regular INR testing if you're on warfarin. Your doctor uses this to monitor whether your blood-thinning medication is in the safe therapeutic range. If results are inconsistent, review your diet and supplements carefully with your doctor. Many men can safely enjoy blueberries while taking blood thinners, but awareness and consistency are essential. Beyond these three major dangerous combinations, several additional considerations ensure blueberries remain beneficial rather than harmful. First, pesticide residues. Conventionally grown blueberries often have significant pesticide residues. The Environmental Working Group frequently lists blueberries among fruits with concerning pesticide levels. For men over 60 whose livers may be less efficient at detoxifying chemicals, organic blueberries are preferable when budget allows. If organic isn't accessible, wash conventional blueberries thoroughly under running water, which removes some surface residues. Second, portion control matters. While blueberries are healthy, eating excessive amounts, multiple cups daily, provides excessive natural sugars that can affect blood sugar levels, particularly for men with diabetes or prediabetes. 1 cup, approximately 150 grams, daily is an appropriate amount, providing substantial benefits without excessive sugar. Third, timing relative to medications is important beyond just blood thinners. Some diabetes medications work best when taken with or without food. Some blood pressure medications should be taken on an empty stomach. If you take medications, understand timing requirements and don't assume adding blueberries to your breakfast is harmless if you take morning medications. Consult your pharmacist about optimal timing. Fourth, frozen versus fresh blueberries. Many people wonder if frozen blueberries provide the same benefits. Research shows that properly frozen blueberries retain most of their antioxidant content, sometimes even more than fresh berries stored for weeks. Frozen berries are often more economical and available year-round. They're equally beneficial, so don't feel you must buy expensive fresh berries. Fifth, wild versus cultivated blueberries. Wild blueberries, smaller and more intensely flavored, actually contain higher antioxidant levels than cultivated varieties. If available, wild blueberries provide more benefit per serving, though cultivated blueberries are still excellent. Let's return to Harold's story. Once his doctor identified the problem, Harold made simple adjustments. He moved his warfarin dose to evening, taking it after dinner. He ate his blueberry yogurt breakfast in the morning, creating a 12-hour separation. He also switched from regular yogurt to a non-dairy coconut yogurt to maximize anthocyanin absorption. He maintained consistent blueberry intake, eating approximately 1 cup every single day, so his vitamin K consumption remained stable. He stopped taking fish oil and vitamin E supplements after discussing with his doctor, who felt they were unnecessary given his warfarin therapy. Within 3 weeks, Harold's INR stabilized completely. His subsequent tests showed consistent results in the therapeutic range. Harold still enjoys blueberries daily, but now understands how to consume them safely alongside his medications. He's expanded his fruit variety, alternating blueberries with strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries, all of which provide similar antioxidant benefits with different nutritional profiles. Harold feels relieved knowing he can maintain his healthy eating habits while ensuring his critical medications work properly. His experience taught him that healthy foods can still cause problems when combined inappropriately, particularly for older adults taking multiple medications. Will every man over 60 experience problems with these combinations? No. Many men eat blueberries with dairy, high-oxalate foods, or while taking blood thinners without issues. However, the risks are real and significant for susceptible individuals. Men taking antibiotics absolutely will have reduced medication effectiveness if combining with dairy. Men with kidney stone history absolutely increase their risk combining multiple high-oxalate foods. Men on warfarin absolutely can have dangerous INR instability from inconsistent vitamin K intake. Because the consequences can be serious, awareness and appropriate precautions are essential. If you're over 60 and regularly eat blueberries, review your medication list carefully. If you take antibiotics, separate blueberry-dairy combinations from medication by 2 to 4 hours. If you take warfarin or other blood thinners, maintain consistent blueberry intake and discuss all supplements with your doctor. If you have kidney disease or stone history, avoid combining blueberries with other high-oxalate foods and ensure adequate calcium intake and hydration. These simple precautions allow you to enjoy blueberries' remarkable health benefits while avoiding dangerous interactions. Before we wrap up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're building a community of men over 60 who want evidence-based health information. Drop a comment below telling us which country you're watching from. To summarize the 3 dangerous food combinations, first is blueberries with dairy products, particularly for men taking tetracycline or fluoroquinolone antibiotics, where calcium reduces antibiotic absorption by 50 to 90%. Men taking thyroid medication, bisphosphonates, or iron supplements where calcium interferes with absorption, and anyone wanting maximum anthocyanin benefits as milk proteins bind and reduce antioxidant bioavailability. Solution is separating dairy from medications by 2 to 4 hours and using non-dairy alternatives like almond or coconut milk for better anthocyanin absorption. Second is blueberries with high-oxalate foods, particularly for men with kidney disease, where impaired elimination causes oxalate accumulation in tissues. Men with kidney stone history, where calcium oxalate crystals cause painful stones, and men with inflammatory bowel disease or chronic diarrhea, increasing stone risk. High-oxalate foods to avoid combining include spinach, Swiss chard, beet greens, almonds and cashews, sweet potatoes, soy products, and rhubarb. Solution is avoiding multiple high-oxalate foods in same meal, consuming calcium with oxalate-rich foods to bind oxalates in digestive tract, staying well hydrated with 8 to 10 glasses water daily, and working with dietitian if you have recurrent stones. Third is blueberries with blood-thinning medications and supplements, particularly for men taking warfarin, where inconsistent vitamin K intake causes dangerous INR instability. Men taking aspirin, where natural salicylates in blueberries add to blood-thinning effects, and men taking multiple supplements with anticoagulant properties, including fish oil, vitamin E, ginkgo biloba, garlic, or turmeric, creating cumulative bleeding risk. Solution is maintaining consistent daily blueberry intake, discussing all supplements with doctor before starting, monitoring for bleeding symptoms, getting regular INR testing if on warfarin, and avoiding cumulative blood-thinning substances without medical supervision. Harold's story demonstrates that even healthy superfoods like blueberries can cause serious problems when combined inappropriately, particularly for older men taking medications. Food-drug and food-food interactions are real, significant, and often overlooked. With awareness and simple precautions, you can enjoy blueberries' remarkable health benefits safely. Thank you for watching Men's Health 365. We'll see you in the next video with more evidence-based strategies for men over 60.